Uh-oh. This is a recording of a live stream. It may contain bloopers and frequent distractions. The audio and video quality may vary. Thank you for your understanding, and please enjoy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll quickly.
Oh boy.
There it does. We're back.
Hello, Twitch.
Hello, everybody.
And we're ready, and Dino walks off.
Wonderful stuff.
Typical Dino.
No better way to start the D&D stream.
Perfect.
This is the only way.
Okay, well,
Okay.
anyone who's in Dino's stream, enjoy the adventure begins soon screen and the sounds of everybody else having a good time. I'd say type !multi in his stream so that you can see all the rest of us at once.
Imagine all these faces 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
With like a slightly different delay on all of them.
But yes, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Northern Ventures. There Be Dragons. Your Tuesday D&D session from the top minds of Dungeons and Dragons professional playing and streaming. So a quick disclaimer that today our beloved Korm is currently doing something important private-wise to do with the waifu's health, and he will return as and when he is most able to at his earliest convenience. But of course, health and priority of loved ones comes first. So our thoughts are with him and her, and hopefully everything is okay.
Indeed.
So now that Dino he's back, but he hasn't got hair. Hey, hell, you can hear us. Hello,
Yeah,
Dino.
yeah. Hello.
Welcome to your stream. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright. I just quickly had to make my beard pretty.
Had to
I was about to call that actually.
talk to the beard.
Yeah, I had to use this to make my beard pretty.
Brilliant. Well, yes. So, welcome everybody. So we're going to do our round of introductions just to make sure that you're all up to date on who is what, and then we'll give you a recap as to what happened last time, because we're pretty much going to be going straight into a very epic, the most epic start I think we've had so far in any of our sessions. Shit's about to go down. But before it does, Match, could you please give us a little lowdown on who you are?
Wait, in real life?
He was a skate.
No.
boy.
Everyone knows that you're a famous rapper in real life.
Yeah. So
We need
how's it hanging?
in game.
We out here playing D&D. It's your boy, Young Googly Eyes. And here's my character. His name is Blath. Anyone down for a game of dice? Blath is a tall, standing human being with a surprisingly dexterous, muscular frame as his natural body movements suggests. This is in character as well as real life. His withered, scarred face is obscured by a thick, bushy beard, and more often than not, framed by a hood, just like real life. His most noticeable features are his keen eyes that dart around rather frequently, as well as his 2 short swords that rest at his hip. Chances are he outmatches you with sword and bow alike, but one says you can at least beat him at gambling, which is wrong. I forgot to update that information. But yes, that's my character. Very, very excited to carry the team yet again today. It's time to introduce next one.
Wonderful stuff. The 10 out of 10 carry. Moving over to our boy Fenris. How are you doing, brother?
It's summer, so I will be miserable for the next couple of months. Because I
Too
have
hot.
the unfortunate luck of living on the highest floor. The attic is right above me. So it's really fun here. It feels like a sauna. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to today's session. It's gonna be a tense one with knowing where my character is at.
I can relate to that considering our current HP levels, but
Exactly.
we'll see.
So I'm playing the human blood hunter Rune. The wicked beast. The most wicked beast is the one that thinks itself more. Rune's average, slightly muscular appearance gets overshadowed by his blood-red eyes, his battle-scarred face, is partly obscured by a groomed white beard and framed by his short-ish white hair. At his belt rests the sheath of a sax with an ornate hilt, while his body is covered in a thick scale mail with dark leather elements. Sometimes you hear him mumble words in an unfamiliar language that sounds sinister as it sounds profane.
Fenris is German, you see.
That's what German sounds like to other people.
Yeah. Reminds me of Berlin. Oh.
Oh my. So as you can tell, Fen has the best spells and spell effects.
I come prepared.
But someone who might be able to contest that is MrDinoRawrrz, because he actually is the true spell slinger of the party, and kind of OP. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Dino.
All right. So, as in character, I would prefer something of higher quality. I don't mind cost. Just make it quick. Zraythas stands well above 2 meters tall and is a very bulky individual. His silver-scaled body is covered in ornate robes with shades of grey and blue. On his belt rests a very heavy pouch of coins. In his grip, an enormous oak staff, which is crowned by a blue crystal. Sitting next to him can be very uncomfortable, since his sheer presence can make you feel cold. His movements leave a trail of misty cold air, while the blue light of his staff illuminates even the darkest corners. Yeah, and I think I'm pretty well prepared for this battle. I mean,
Not going to mention how overpowered you are. No, just gonna.
No. We'll keep it a little, just a little.
We'll keep it simple.
Magic
yeah.
aka never missed. All right,
We're a
okay.
humble human being.
And then I am playing Tamron, a human rogue. You gotta do what you gotta do. Tamron is a human being of average height. His physique, however, looks very sleek and athletic. His face is only barely visible beneath the black hood of his cloak, but not his pink shirt. He's wearing a set of battle-scarred leather armor with several daggers attached to it. Again, no pink shirt. To his sides rests his ever-loyal and rapier, and over his back you can see a short bow of yew wood, as well as a quiver with red feather arrows. While his piercing view rests upon you, you often see him displaying his sleight of hand by playing with a coin or a ring, which glides through his fingers. And if you turn your head, but for a second, chances are I've already disappeared.
True.
It's true. I'm gone. Sometimes I don't even know. And so, of course, last but by no means least, as always, our wonderful DM, Mr. Jax. How are you doing, buddy?
Hello, guys. I'm good. Was looking forward to this session. We're gonna
Oh yeah.
dive right into the action in medias res. But as always, we're gonna start with a quick recap of what happened last session, if you don't mind. I'm not sure
Indeed.
whose turn it is. I think everybody did it once, so we should
think so. The only person who might not have done it once is you. Surprise!
Shall I?
Does the DM know what happened last time? You bet he does.
Most likely. I still prefer players doing it because it gives me some insight into your view on things.
Of course.
And information. So if you don't mind, Tom, will you do us the honor?
I was about to say, I went first last time, so I get to pick who goes first second round.
You can do
And
like
I'm
as well, sure.
I'm actually gonna pick on Fenris today.
Okay.
Because I hosted him, and therefore he's got to do it for me.
Okay. So, last time on There Be Dragons Northern Ventures, we finally found the hideout, the secret hideout of the Xenother's guild in the sewers of Waterdeep. making our way through there. We were attacked in the session before by a carrion crawler. And then I think we actually started the session off being attacked by a gazer, actually, if I remember correctly.
Indeed.
Which...
Little flying eyeball about the
Yeah.
size of a ballon.
Yeah. But for those who don't know, like, if you ever have seen one of the most iconic monsters of D&D, the Beholder, imagine that, but just a lot smaller and with a lot less eye stalks.
Yes.
So we avoided its attacks pretty much. I think we were relatively unharmed by it and managed to dispatch it relatively quickly.
Blath did a great job there. Carried you, to be honest.
Yeah. And then, after dealing with that, we marched on, had a short rest at a little half-circular plateau in the sewers, where Tamron faced off against his eternal nemesis, the Common Lock,
Indeed.
and failed. Again. And then, yeah, we went on, found the secret hideout, and we were thinking that secret passage that we see there, it's probably gonna lead us around the guards. Let's go through that. Tamron bravely volunteered to scout ahead and came to face with a were-rat and us without any silvered weapons. So, as you can imagine, he got beaten up pretty hard, started to run, and it was due to Blath, my character, and Rune Neverember.
I would only just mention that Tamron heroically ran away.
Of course, he heroically ran away screaming like a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, what did Blath do? I don't think I did anything.
You tried to shoot it.
True.
You tried. Let's put it like this.
Moral
You
support.
did your best.
Heroic moral support.
Both Tamron as well as Blath landed some amazing hits on it.
Problem is,
Your
they had
weapons
no
Yes,
no
your
silver
weapons
weaponry, so
did not
for a were
appear
being...
didn't cause any damage
Yeah.
whatsoever.
And I think actually Tamron actually damaged his dagger trying to hit him and get a crit.
Yes.
So
true.
that's a bummer. I went in to shield him. I went in to shield him, got a lot of blows. I went down pretty hard, almost was knocked out. But then I realized, using my knowledge as a blood hunter, that they are vulnerable to silver. And I looked at Rainier behind me and asked him if his rapier was silvered, and he grinned at me and said, yes. So after that, we beaten back that thing and joined the rest of our party, who in the meantime went ahead and went into the lair, the actual hideout, killing, I think, a goblin archer in the process.
Yeah.
And
They took down the sentry. They tried to help Tamron. They thought there was like a second way
Yeah.
in.
what we didn't
unfortunately, there
realize,
wasn't.
yeah, we didn't realize these two things, they were not connected. That was a totally different deal there. So then we finally went in, explored, met a couple of, one familiar character and one unfamiliar character. The first character was Krenz, the human gangster, as we found out, part of Thanathar's guild, and a Dorgar, who were scrambling away from a door from which black ooze started to, well, for lack of better words. Yeah, I was about to say black ooze started to ooze out, because I don't think there's a better word to describe it.
Emanate?
Emanate? Yeah. Whatever. There was some black ooze coming out. We quickly realized what it is and sealed the door with the help of the frost spell of Zraythas here. And, erupted is a good word. And we burned that bit that got out and made a deal with them. They would give us information and we would let them go. And that was more or less where we ended. We got the information, pressed on, and came to face with a half-orc in some peculiar garments And more
Thank you
worryingly,
very much, fam. That's where I'm gonna
okay,
pick it up.
Cool.
Thank you for the recap. It was very in-depth, and I feel like we're all slightly back into the theater of the mind where we're at the moment. That is beneath the city in this sewer hideout. Just a few minutes ago, you interrogated, kind of, this Duergar as well as Krenz, the human gangster you already met in the Yawning Portal Inn when you first arrived at the city. You made a deal with them, yes. You their life for some information, and they indeed told you some things. Some things that were good news, some that were bad news. Good news is, well, Flume, the person you were trying to retrieve within the last sessions, he is actually in this hideout and just one room further. Bad news is, he's been getting tortured by Grumshak, the half-orc warlock, as you were told by the Duergar. You should go there with haste if you want to retrieve him alive. That's what he said, pretty much. Also, apparently there were some high-ranking guests. An Illithid, a mind flayer, that is. That was very unsettling, but after a little motivation from Rune, you all decided to come along and help him restore his honor, kind of. So as you sneaked onward, we will drag you to the battle map we're at the moment. As you continued onward, about to enter that room, it was actually enlightened. The eastern corners, or rather, well, along the east wall hang threadbare curtains. It is a long hall, a big hall, about 30 feet high. And somewhere in the middle stands this muscular half-orc in dingy robes and a mantle that is. His open palm on the chest of a male human with wavy red blonde hair who looks very similar to Rene, who is accompanying you. Fire burns around the hand of the orc's palm, and his victim cries and squirts helplessly beneath him in agony. Ah! Ah! Tell me what you know, human. But even more unsettling, seated on a raised platform to the south is a really nightmarish figure, wearing black robes. It has large white eyes and rubbery purple skin, with 4 tentacles encircling its human-like mouth. It cradles and gently caresses what looks like a disembodied brain with feet and tentacles. As he looks up, its eyes meet yours. You stand there in shock. Even Rene, who was very calm until now, is almost shivering, and you see a droplet of sweat off his forehead. As he locks eyes with you, because you're the tallest, Mr. Dino, aka Zraythas. You all feel this little tickling feeling in the back of your head. It's stronger and stronger, very uncomfortable, until kind of almost like the connection is there. And you hear deep, threatening voice in your mind. You are not worthy my time. As you see him raise with this pet of his in his hand, not standing, but rather floating. You see the half-orc in front of him still torturing Floon. And tell me, what? As out of the edge of his vision, he sees the tentacled creature getting up. What? Where are you going? The healer! Stay! As he is actually flying over to the door to the west of the room. You see the half-orc being like, please give me another chance. What have I done wrong? Rushes off, not realizing you are there. The tentacle creature turns around, one more time, not locking eyes with you, but with him. You see this intense stare of contest. No words are spoken. Until you see the half-orc's head turn, locking eyes with you in anger. And the tentacled creature opens the door in front of him, not touching them, not by any means. He just raises his hand. With by the Force in Star Wars, you hear the... He flies through. Doors lock in behind him. While this is happening, you see the half-orc in his mantle. Out of nowhere appears something that looks like a maze wrought with a hand, crystal embedded in it. You will pay for this, intruders! He raises his arms to his feet. Something's happening. You see the purplish mist rise around him, fully enveloping him. And as it flies away, you see, as it dissipates, you see 4 more creatures that now are there, where before that were none. These creatures look like... Well, actually, Fam, you may make a roll for Rurik and for Rune, both of them being religion.
Religion? Okay. Let's start with
potentially
Rurik first, because he's closer. Pretty good for Rurik, and for Rune... No, there we go. I think Rurik has a bit more insight there.
Slightly. I'm going to show you a picture. These creatures look disgusting.
I imagine.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Like pigs, hunched over, fletching their teeth, locking eyes with you, but hands like a homunculus. Surround them are the feet of this half-orc. Rumshak is name, we're told. You see flies through the air and stay there for only a few seconds. Terrible stench enters your nostrils.